The Golden State Warriors, after a win last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder, have now won 9 straight games as they continue to push for the #1 seed in the NBA. This team continues to play at such a high level that constantly shows why they are one of the best teams in the NBA as the season goes on, and we have still yet to see this team play a single minute together with everyone healthy. This team is still weeks away from their final form, as plenty of the guys on this team are still out of the lineup with injuries. The younger guys are gaining boatloads of confidence from every game with the opportunities they've received. Klay Thompson has still yet to see full-time minutes as he eases his way back to playing at 100%, and Steph Curry is slowly but surely gaining his rhythm again to return to his MVP caliber form we saw earlier in the season. Despite all of these controversies, the team has still managed to have the NBA's second best record at 41-13, and have also managed to create a tremendously impressive 9-game win streak that they are currently trying to extend. All of this means is that the Golden State Warriors are looking like they're going to be absolutely unstoppable if they manage to get all their pieces back for the playoffs, which they are almost guaranteed to make at this point. And the thing about that is, it is not officially clear when he will return, yet the NBA's second overall pick last year is some very exciting news that probably has other teams in the Western Conference terrified. James Wiseman returned to practice this week, and from the reports from the team and his teammates, they were all extremely happy for him and stated that he's definitely on the right track to return this season. Steve Curry even made a statement that he believes that Wiseman could very well return for the playoffs. He just didn't want to guarantee it because anything can happen, and they don't want to put any pressure on rushing Wiseman to return. As for Draymond Green, he won't be able to play in this year's All-Star game that he got selected for, yet he also teased his potential return in the coming month, as he said he hopes to be back in 3 to 4 weeks. This is fantastic news for the team, and to be honest, I think the best part about it is the fact that the Warriors are so dominant without them. This allows for them to truly take their time for their returns, since the team has been able to still find ways to win, as this removes almost all of the pressure on these two to allow them to come back when they feel 100% ready. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. Now, moving on to some of the efforts that were put on full display in last night's win against the Thunder, as there were many performances on this team that once again shined a bright light on this team moving forward. Klay Thompson, the team's leading scorer in this game, also played his most minutes of the season, as his minutes restriction got bumped up to allow him to play 30 minutes on the night. And after this game, Klay stated that this was the best he's ever felt since returning, and for him to be able to get up there to 30 minutes on the night is something that he is super proud of for himself. Not only did he finish with a team high of 21 points on the night, but as the Thunder were creeping back late in the game, it was Klay who knocked down back-to-back triples to inevitably seal the game for the Dubs. This performance is most definitely going to be one that increases his confidence going forward, as he now gets incredibly close to being able to play some full-time minutes. And if that is something that we eventually see and Klay begins to perform like the all-star we all know him as, this is once again going to be another thing that is absolutely terrifying for the rest of the NBA. Stephen Curry also had a great night last night, as he was very conservative shooting the ball, only taking 12 shots in the game, yet he finished with 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists while shooting 50% from the field and 40% from 3. Obviously, we're used to Curry taking way more shots in a game, yet the team went up against a Thunder team that isn't that good of a team, as they are a rebuilding roster, and Steph decided that this was going to be the night that he just lets his teammates ball out, and he set them up perfectly to do so, doing all of the little things in the game to help them excel. This is the type of basketball that you want to see out of a leader on your team, as Curry was also the one who assisted on both of Klay's final minute daggers to put the Thunder away, and then he was also the one who put the nail in the coffin, as after both of Thompson's threes, he nailed one of his own to officially end off the game. Curry didn't need to be the top scorer in this game for his team to win, and he knew that, yet when it mattered the most and the game was getting closer than they'd hoped, both Steph and Klay stepped up big to eliminate the hopes of a comeback. This was yet another positive for this team, as we all know when the game is on the line, this team has 2 stars that can put the team on their backs to secure the W. And then lastly, it was the bench unit who deserves a ton of the credit in this game, as they all combined for shooting 58% from the field, with many strong performances across the board for the bench. Unfortunately, Iggy did have to leave the game after the first half due to lower back tightness, so hopefully he's okay, but it was Jonathan Kuminga who seemed to be the difference maker in this one off the bench. Yet another one of his performances where he continued to show his unreal athleticism, doing things we have hardly seen on an NBA floor, that once again shows why his potential is truly limitless. In just 22 minutes of action, Kaminga had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, while shooting 54% from the field, as this was just another day where Warriors fans could talk for hours on just how good this kid can one day become. The one area that did look to be a glaring hole for the Warriors in this game was their rebounding, as they were out-rebounded 50-40 in favor of the Thunder, but the stat that looks horrific on paper is the fact that the Thunder grabbed 18 offensive rebounds on them compared to just 6 from the Warriors. This in large part has to do with the fact that the team has to play small ball when Kevon Looney sits in the game, and will most likely be fixed or at least improved when Draymond and Wiseman return. The question for this team is going to be if this team will make a move concerning this issue during the trade deadline or the buyout market, or if they feel content with the guys that they currently have on the floor and the guys coming back from injury. This is going to be very interesting to see how it plays out on if they put their trust in guys who aren't certain to come back from injury, as anything can happen with them, and let's just say both of those guys don't return from injury. That could pose a potential giant mismatch against teams with a solid big man like the Phoenix Suns, who have Ayton in a 7-game series. Outside of that though, even if it is an issue that can be fixed with the return of some of their guys, the Warriors are looking as strong as ever with the roster that they have currently assembled, and are going to look almost impossible to stop once they are at 100%. Their upcoming games look to be rather difficult in terms of the teams they're up against, as it has many potential playoff teams in that mix, so let's see how long this team can extend their current win streak they're on. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button to help this video get shared along YouTube's algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more NBA videos like this one that I will be posting multiple times per week. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.